We're back with NBA. I'm so excited for this game. NBA Live 16. I played this game a bunch in high school, college, just all the way through the series. Take me in. Tell me what we're going to see today. We're still loading up the game right now, but what's new? What's exciting about this game? I'm so excited.
Well, we got a lot of stuff. I mean, we focused on our core gameplay. We've got a brand new animation system for player movement off the ball. It's physics-based called Live Motion.
Okay.
Done a bunch stuff for control and dribbling, making that more responsive, smoother animation blending, a bunch of new right stick moves. Passing game has been improved, so we got touch passing, dribble handoffs. We'll show you all that stuff. We had a pick and roll mechanic, which is quite deep, and we'll demo that as well.
All right, so we're looking at the finals.
Yeah.
Warriors.
Yeah.
Warriors. I live in the Bay Area now.
Yeah.
I'm a Knicks fan at heart, but
Nice.
that's really what is that. Warriors looked good last night, and we're gonna be able to look at them just win again. Oh God, this looks great.
Yeah, we updated a lot of the visuals. You can see with the players, the uniforms. We continue to scan everything. Last year we started with the faces and the shoes. Now we're scanning the uniforms, getting all the colors right. So you can really see a big improvement in just the visual quality this year.
So my favorite thing about the graphics in all the NBA Live games, right, is I'll walk around the office and I'm literally thinking somebody's watching a basketball game at 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the off season, and I'm like, what are we watching right now? And I get in and I'm like, no, you're playing the game right now. This is insane. How like it just looks like it's TV.
Yeah, no, we did a great job of just even across the board with our ESPN integration.
Yep.
And just overall visual quality this year, you can tell a big difference with the lighting. Just we've zoned in on
So that's take a look at Steph over here. I mean, he looks really good. And then I want to show you from a visual standpoint. Let's look.
Yeah, check out LeBron.
LeBron.
Can we see his hairline? Let's get right up in that hairline. Look at that's a good. Not a good hairline, but that's his hairline.
Yeah, look at his tattoos. It's crazy.
That is detail.
Yeah.
So, just had Matt on the show. What they have to deal with hundreds of players. Do you guys cross-work your graphics, or you have to deal with so many less players? Are you able to give more detail per player?
Well, I think we all start with we try to share our technology across the board. Madden's using the scanning technology this year. They obviously have a lot more players to scan, but we're continuing working together to really improve that visual look. But for us, we started this scanning process 2 years ago. So we pretty much have almost everybody in the league scanned now, and it really shows off in the visuals today.
Very cool.
I want to take a look at everyone to take a look at our new off-ball motion system. We've been working on this thing for about 2 years now. So just pay attention to how players move now. So look at Harrison Barnes, how he's cutting through. Before, there was no actual awareness or physicality, and now it looks real as he's cutting through.
Yeah.
So he cuts through, and then once he's done, he breaks free, and the motion and just how he settles into a stop. That's been a huge thing for us this year, just to get it, because it looks really good in the still image, and what we've been battling is how do we get to look photoreal when they're moving, and that's where sort of the live motion system came in.
It was tough because in past NBA games, before even this generation, it was always tough, the little movements, which for basketball make it so big, where it's like in Madden, you're sort of like running straight. In NBA, you're sort of there's less going on, so you can look at more.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of, just smaller adjustment movements, and blending in and out of that motion is really a challenge. But if you look at it this year, even looking at a further camera, you can see a lot of the movement just look very fluid across the board with live motion.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, we did a lot with cameras as well. Sharing with Madden, leveraging their presentation expertise there too. We redid a lot of our camera movement and behavior to just give you that visual payoff, especially in a cutaway when a player scores and celebrates. So you'll notice that as well.
So you said you work with ESPN. Do you guys work with the teams themselves?
Yeah, we work with the broadcast team in terms of creating the broadcast package. We've done sit-ins on broadcast trucks, observing a game as they're directing it to take notes and really just try to recreate that same broadcast experience you see when you're watching the NBA Finals.
So here's look at Steph dribbling the ball. It's one of his signature moves, just going back and forth between the legs. Nice and easy to pull off. Advanced moves where I can just do bigger hesitations and attack the basket and finish like Steph Curry would finish in the lane with a nice floater.
That looks just like Steph Curry last night. Yeah.
This is take a look at that.
Yeah. All those dribbles.
Yeah. So you see, sorry, backing it up there.
Yep.
Just between the legs, back and forth. It's very easy to pull off. And then I attack the basket.
So what's that process like when you're, because everybody's going to drive to the basket. Every player drives differently, but like, how do you figure out how Steph Curry does it versus LeBron? You know, like, what's that process like?
Well, so what we do is, which is really important for all of our players who play basketball games. We really personalization is really important. So whenever Steph Curry's doing something versus LeBron, whether he's dribbling, celebrating, shooting, there's a ton of work that goes in to make it all look signature. So basically, we just start at the top of the list and work our way down and break it up in terms of signature playing styles. Like we have signature celebrations, shots, dunks, moves, and then we bring some guys in to do our motion capture that can impersonate them. Or sometimes we get lucky. So with Kyrie's dribble moves in the game, it's actually his mocap because he was one of our old cover guys, so we can use his old data and actually put it in the game.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Like,
Yeah.
you can't mocap everybody playing basketball.
No.
Way too much. So yeah, that's very interesting. Like for Kyrie, do you take some of what he has and apply that to other players if they're similar? Like, do you do that
Yes.
at all? Yeah.
Yes, we do that. So
Yep.
like certain players who like to finish in the lane with floaters, like a Jeff Teague, a Steph Curry, they're going to share some animations and they're going to have some unique ones as well. And then some players you just can't really do it for. Like for example, like jumpers, a guy like Sean Marion, that's it,
Yep.
right? I want to show you another new mechanic we have called the dribble handoff. So I can just hold I can call a guy over, hold the circle button, and just hand that ball off. And it looks really good too.
That looks amazing.
Yeah.
And I know
Really
that
fun.
because I am not good at this game, and my passing is all over the place.
Yeah.
So, but guys, I think we're out of time.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right.
But this game, I am excited for it.
Yeah.
I love sports games. I love NBA Live. It is going to be a blast to play. So thank you for coming on. And guys, stick around. We're going to be back at E3 with IGN in a few minutes.